Why they cannot laugh? Ese na papa no wabo. Ese na papa no wabo. Ese na papa no wabo.
Wabo papa why you hate you cry? No wabo dem do. Why you hate papa wabo chum? No wabo, no wabo.
Oro for yata.
Hello.
What him say na mu police bet me abecho.
Police. Kwame.
Papa.
Police here, your police then I where the police home.
Papa.
Yes, see a police me. I tell catch you say a crime in fin we was said and cry jam when through. Now me there na me so we are say. Police. You say how can be a night cry na can me go na be me. Now the police me for me national and today see the kurumka. Within 15 minutes can help insurance. A jabetum. 15 minutes. Opa, police no amra. Send me wahanum. I am calling my organizers. 15 minutes. One more family go police station. Only I you receive them. Yes. God, you not small boys how. You not small boys how. A crowd film go wa. You do not know na one. Means no hute.
Now we are being chased with stones. They are approaching us. The police are also moving away from the danger zone. Quite surprising. They are unable to calm situations. Total chaos at Old Fadama. Even residents here are also running. It's getting serious by the minute. This is very bad. Police vehicles are being attacked. Police officers are being attacked. Citizens are being attacked. And we, the media, are also under attack. We are not running for our dear lives. Oh my word. This can't be happening in the 21st century. Director of Public Relations at the Ghana Police Service is here to talk to us. We are running for our lives, aren't we?
No.
We are running for our lives.
No, we are not running for our lives.
But we are running for our lives. They are pelting us with stones. And you are running as well.
I'm not running. I'm going to my car.
Yeah, but at least you are escaping from danger.
I'm not escaping from danger.
The situation is out of control, wouldn't you agree?
The police are in charge.
I'm in charge of it, but clearly we are all running for our lives.
We are in charge.
But we are all running for our lives. How can you be in charge? We are running for our lives.
I mean, you as a civilian have to run for your life.
To pretend that Safe Asata running for his life. He just joined a police vehicle and he's gone. Now we journalists and some civilians here are running for our dear lives.
The police station maybe na idea megusa DC ne MPC idea police station na bakroma no ye be chi nipa bi ama mrantie bi abomu dom percent police for be me sa na ya wa no ma chi nipa to police station the police for no ko ana mrantie no ko akoyi police ni no anam ko yi omo suspect dem no na agi police for them ana em say enra kra enra BBC wo race course krofo akọ a mo de mo pe fans as ho sisi dai police for go stop mo no mo start to ebo police no ye na ebo mo ban police no ye na ebo property ho ban na say ye ti bi mo ye ho ban a na efa so ba na wo yeso obi a be wa dwene say police station ya chi di pa ho o de o pe police station wa ko yi di pa no a me fa wo say me de Kumasi police na ba be gu kroma ya ye 1-to-1 boot to boot who say muna mo suma ye mo asuma ma ye niema ye mfa nye adwuma niema na ye be yusu na no make us and make am ka ase fonko make am obia otika na ase emre na grofo take police station no it say twem police force a mo be ye adwuma wa ha no it say mo ye adwuma no ma animonyam ba police adwuma mu enye say krokitwa yi mo be jeje bribe mo ba ha na the police be twetwe bribe heart o police ni ba ha o che o ba jeje the grofo guys o mo ni be bro so enti se police ni so ye obi abone a o ma ya so nti na obi afa emra no e hyenisem BSFM 104.3 good to me take
Kwesi ma je
nasa mejoso
boko de
the form wadawo
na musuku fo ho ye
musuku de ho ye pa ye bridge bi na kwame se ya hwɛ anya bridge na ma ya next time we should be to bridge na bridge before na se nya dwuru before mo sa kwan na da net guest house akofa ehoko asɔm
yeah
completely
community hospital wɔ ni na obi ntumi nkɔ te saa bridge ne deɛ wɔn mo hwɛ no mo bi akɛbɛ bɔ yɛ pa ɛnyɛ kura kwame
na mo si chamber foforo hɔ nka
wo se
mo de mo si chamber foforo nka
yɛ pɛ bridge yɛ pɛ cathedral ɛne yɛ pɛ parliamentary chamber bridge kitwa
early morning mischief
led by me
early morning mischief
led by me
esi to kitikiti ane ho yiro obi etu amma ombe bridge kitwa no mai na omudia let's get the car omudia cathedral ni chamber
broja
early morning
Chairman General
bi hu wache papa
no crow chairman
boko de
nyame adom na no fiada me bai se ka me be to men safro now we join the coalition for social justice 9 July
ombe walkabout
9 July kumia mprekun demonstration no
ombe walkabout
na e bai na onni ho me o t-shirt ho me de bebro
mate me shepa
na me adom a wa be kan ho na ya bo mampani tam kese so
me mama support from my students
wakeka no ye da wasipi ye da sipa
opening ade na opening ama
opening de saja wo ma na
sisters woni nyefe o watiada
yes last week so bani nyina o
na se week bi so bani
it's last week or this week so bani nyina Professor Jekuma bia obi a chia no pe kwesi practice say wutimi ba 1 week nyina dia and the following week so bani nyina come on Azai
Chama jama me hu ye papa
ye de nyame ase
na che na acha mama ha
ye hu wache na mosumu besi chamber na
well
na shebeja for some besi chamber
ma shebeja for na esi ana say ye na esi
ma shebeja for
ma
shebejem o me some besi
etimi de sa
new parliamentary chamber 450 seater but up ye nim ne board for now
the last time me check here parliamentary service board na obia ka ho bio stakeholders critical stakeholders nyina ka ho bi na enhye da nya say aban ko fon kwa na ekotina ho
na so obia ka say aban yo
na
nya aban na is
da bi me anya na aban yo
na me pe clarity
me si brashe bedwom majority minority obia wo
very well
ye brashe bedwafo say see oh be ye na ban pena ko NDC NDC people
that's any hwehwemu
I want this NDC
na kwa me sometimes me bi some
we NDC people na efi asem na yira
na first parliament ayo nya Ghana after independence no republic 1960 honum there about na omo yin dipa he na Ghana population yin dipa
population some
dey be ma me na baby ye dui
population some dey
under NDC so man criti constituency aka ho
na me misa o
omo criti ye and the NPP criti me say and the NDC yan criti constituency aka
asema me bisa no untimi ma no chamber na asem na the population abem
maybe so me say are we growing or not na do ye here na say
one wa the frontier how many say aban party some a lot of people on your side are advocating for this.
No.
I don't think the population as ebem. I no pay metie Honorable Eugene. I think OKFM. And he was advocating say the same population thing say then a baby for those to change baby na will be the 13,000 parliament all of those
issues. Maybe say population you know hospitals are in here see because population secondary schools are in here see because population
very good question
Chama with my sorry amount
Chama very good question
ana kwesi me boa
also na aje to say
if population is the issue so population issue now how many hospitals commensurate with growing population yes how many schools and yes how many clinics
opportunity question ni nyina anya
chiefs compounds cry you know based on your premise of population yanko other areas schools hospitals chiefs compounds and also public toilets
Chairman General
road infrastructure
as a developing country tina say who say baby a ye shall say free no enya ho na was say obviously ye tra yetime ade bibi aka ho every baby a ye shall say to where we are today and the obi say hospital ahin na yasia na maybe shall say ebisa say first parliament no mo ye nipa ahin na ye Ghana population any pa ahin first parliament na hospital ahin and na ye hospital ahin na ye ekwan sen and na ye kwan aya bia na say nya bi these are questions I be say ye ko up no na ye grow no in representation of the people no say we say obia was on representation wait ma boa ama mrasha badwum no ono so obia wait ma kasa ama no na development ye hia na enyuma ye ho say etimi be ye no wo ye constituencies no etima ye of course it means it's also very important however obi say hospital ahene chips company ahene of course yeah now I am saying that if we had 2 or 3 hospitals yesterday and there were more than 10 it means
you also support to say increasing new parliament house.
No, I'm not supporting it. I'm only saying that there are those who will support. But what's wrong with me supporting? But the point is,
I'm only
there are those who also support. I'm saying that we will also make other arguments to prove that who can say a hospital. Then we say we don't have one hospital since independence.
It's a population argument here. Because he's saying, so what the population argument is,
and we own call baby. For example, my first Savulugu constituency. And my example, when I'm free. Now Savulugu constituency hono. Na dearly enclave. Kase. Yeah, were over 12,000 to 13,000 voters. Now 12,000 to 13,000 voters no. Now of course Salaga constituency. You came into Salaga North and Salaga South now under the NDC omo ye. Now Salaga North now mo che no. Almost over 10, a little above 10,000 voters. Then the people of DLA, like I said, they be adding a year over 13,000 to 14,000 voters, contributing to the representation of the people's whatever law or whatever status you want. We do not have a representation in Parliament. These are the people making these arguments. And
I'm happy to say yes, Savulugu. Me for Savulugu Nanto for the first time in my life.
Sure.
1990. I want to be in national service. Me tried your Nanton JSS.
Oh, good.
1990, 1991, up to 92. Now me free. Now going back there recently. Me also impuntu akakraba roads near there. But the question I'm asking myself say, Savulugu Nanton, using Nanton as my experience. Do they need a new chamber?
No.
Are those the things that directly impact them?
Not really.
Because Obi had the message be about TM. Chairman General, is it not surprising that there's always a united voice when it comes to discussing or approving things that directly impact the lives of the MPs? Permit me to use your media to tell our members of Parliament that we voted them to make meaningful discussions and policies and laws, and not these seemingly futile ventures which are a drain on the state's resources. Hashtag say no to a new chamber. Opemi Woyome, NPP Amasaman Communications Officer.
You see,
wow, party.
Very opinionated. And I me support it and I may support it. We only made an argument as to whether there will be people who make us say your population even make us say development we have moved from where we are. These were arguments. I mean, if we say some people or other people, some other people will make such argument. But the point is, realistically speaking, we're raising very important issues. Say Nanton is our priority a chamber, a new chamber. Obviously, me, I'm from Nanton constituency. I will tell you clearly, say it is not our priority.
I know the make up. What the make up? Because of course
I do.
Kamaldeen.
Yeah.
I'm saying, Najuma oil, the big here pass or Betty or mine and Brapon, I see. And it's just what kind constitution?
Very well.
What kind of constitution now? The justification for creating constituencies and so on. It's not just population.
It's inclusive.
Yeah, but it's not
inclusive as well.
One of the factors.
Absolutely, I know. I know. I know.
And it says population of Ghana do 70 million. I be saying another chamber.
Oh no.
and the basic chamber of 25,000.
I'm not sure, say, narrow this argument only to just.
No.
I'm not sure that is what even they give as their ratio.
No. They have their reasons. They have their reasons.
Me per se. I didn't bobo ban any better home.
But I'm not for it.
Any better home,
I don't think it's necessary.
Because if you listen to some of the arguments, Chama, if you listen to some of the arguments, I don't think that it is the best. On say, you know your mind back home. But there are some people who have an attitude, say, I then will be the 5,000 a free to say Nadoli to Parliament. No, being so 100,000 was Swami.
Yeah.
So I was say, Yechiche Swami must have 5,000. That number of members of Parliament. So that argument is not an argument that should be made. Enti yebesre niema ye hia wo manum sisiano. I don't think that yes Parliament House no. National Cathedral Accra you hu ba bia akosi.
Ora Samuel Okujeto Ablakwa. Achirokrata kitwe bi ena minia obi ewa sempa FM ede amaneme. Samuel Okujeto Ablakwa writes, I do not think Parliament needs a new chamber complex. If the views of all members of Parliament were sought, I would have suggested we use some of those resources to beef up research staff of MPs who must be paid well in order to attract good caliber and construct simple MPs offices across the country.
Excellent.
To improve interactions with constituents as we have in other jurisdictions. Especially at a time most constituents say they do not get to see their MPs. Respectfully, I do hope Mr. Speaker will take a second look at this.
It does make sense.
Yes.
Also, Bibi Kitwe Bihami.
Metie Kwesi.
Eswade na nso emupi.
Metie.
Me kan asam no o de bonkrata ni. Almost you ade no kro omo nim ni bo.
No, they don't.
Yeah, no allocation has been made for it. No financial allocation has been made.
So why the advocacy?
Now, so one more. A friend say commencement date and completion date. I am who kakra. I didn't nim ni bo no. More commencement date than more completion date. How is that possible?
Mommy demonstration. When I say Bruja, we have demonstration. We move.
Chairman, demonstration general economic hardship, insecurity.
Me say specifics. There be. It will get lost.
30 seconds. I'm say Aboso kind spare parts dealers. On my issue statement be FR Coalition for Social Justice a demonstration now. Say anyade omaka baby I say omuka ho. I think that there is some miscommunication and they need to clarify that. A National Concerned Spare Parts Dealers Association. Omo headquartered in Aboso kind.
Okay.
Omo na omo declare
clarity
support, yes. And meeting and I think that they know them. Only a National Concerned Spare Parts Dealers Association of Ghana, or more members across the country. I don't know where that statement is coming from.
Thanks for the clarity.
I say Abuso kind from Spare Parts Association, but the concerned National Spare Parts Dealers, no, they are in Aboso kind, and they have other branches.
Now, Phillips. Okay, Mami, move free. So I mean, kind of text messages and my listeners also hear me. Are we saying that if the population of Ghana doubles as we are going to have 550 parliamentarians, why don't we think maybe we should just annex Togo to increase our land area? For me, the 450 seat chamber is okay, but it shouldn't be for increasing number of MPs. What we need is a parliament where MPs are MPs and ministers are ministers, full stop. And that is Phillips in Takrady. Chairman General, laugh again. The only time our MPs, both NDC and MPP, come together is when issues benefit them directly. Let not the ordinary people as they call us. Let's wait and see. Albert Esman in Awoshi. Are we for real? 400 and what chamber? Chairman, using the population argument, then Nigeria will need a 5,000 capacity house. It's quite interesting. Anyway, there are other issues on the table, but I say 450 seater chamber. Ibenya officer sama mrachibedwa for ne ade nyina intino eno na eja nitie me panelists adwen kire efa ho ni nim se oso dwen ho say me mo ndie me start here masre obi ebisam sade na mesre nam so na esre yeso by force me in the meantime PDS se me kan chom some be plan maintenance work. PDS Power Distribution Services so China July 3 on Bear Plant Maintenance if you're not pan 9 copy me number 5 80 Pacho Tio East Legon Gempa Oyarifa Ayi Mensa Chado and a New England Ghana Mopa your New England also and na da command Pokwase Medie Kuntun Sinan Importem PDS semi fan to just say omedum kan ya kire san say omoye maintenance edwuma bi ntino mo hye so na brother
chairman
limited registration mo say dey asem
chairman limited registration ho asem asem a ehun hia pa na NDC ya press conference na otwe atwam it's a Friday no cry by your boss subia. Nia ye kan nyina ne say chairman
master
e kwan electoral commission onam so a odi ne juma with particular reference to limited registration no e hadwene and a cause for concern. On say chairman ye be fiti jumadie no ase no e kasa pi ya advocate say senior electoral commission omonhyehyɛ tie ene kwan a de bia wo mo fa so eye limited registration exercise before Jane Mensa ebeye chairperson of the commission no enka yemfa sa kwan no aso na yemwa fi se ono baaye no oyese odin sisan bi beba na we deploy electoral commission omonfidia omo district level a eno ni titru pa ne say de be continuous registration eno enye for mass registration exercise or the koye wo baby a na ye create new regions ama anye successful o hwe nipa na omo hia so omo be choro omo din any one a omo timi choro omo din no a it should tell you that there was a problem with that system but ye kan ya o se eno ana obe yusu e kire kra de ne deputy baako era Bosman Asai osi o omo ne bus for bi kasa omo be pe bus na ye de nkofo mbekọ akọchiro omo din akọ later omo say enye the decision of the commission nti ne omo be ne say omo san be deploy offline equipment ni bi na omo de akọkọ areas bi ye hu ba bi a ye de beko ene ade nyina nkanfo ay copy court ne ade injunction and a registration no efiti ase chama problems are ye can say ebeba no from the beginning of Jumadi no an efiti ase okoba bi ti say Doma West first day of the registration chairman akoko bakra ya ntroni din
ade
because online equipment no anya adwuma esi internet conform esi adum light wa ha until the very first day of the exercise Doma West ya ntro bi adi na conform so free baby and eba on say a different say oh your registration wo local area baby I to abeyi assemblyman for no ye friend zones and electoral commission no be kan electoral area no eben nti obi background no be di line no went man throw ni din a otimi court na de echi awaba but na no me dey baby example say ukọ drop so I know your district capital of Sechafran Plains. There are some areas, chairman, all the 24 hours and san wababi drew. Because ube sim etwenso abedru atebubu. Abe si ejradi when you actually kumase and san wako do district capital no infidie ni sino. It is a kobase obiba no be sanla ni esi machine no enye adwuma we call offline. I say nani pano esan kwa. How to get the person back to write his name no a problem now if one who say what the bibia be see ne kwan one many pano entimi anya kwan antro ni enu na enam so a afa de ye bedu a say materials are short to northern region a voter region it na ye can say ye mpese ye baba bedu baby say na political party bia sorry say CPP say o elembele e ho na ye nya ye vote materials are short to ho electoral commissioner sheda but say adia all the electoral areas area registration no and e koso a obi anim say the access to write our names now has been provided but Emma James said there be e ka bi wo ho a oko service equipment no the bar Ghana be boka meanwhile wako parliament approve finance minister releases KIB di amamu se si aye ka say yati committee say yan fa adwenemra na yan koye nuanom a omu ni Ghana omu ewo Togo Afghanistan Ivory Coast United States any ne yakeka ho ne enkochro mu din. This is also going to be a cost to the nation. The fundamental right to be registered and to vote no chama you can say o de bo to so a minyi ni say obi betimi ato nti yemfa bo onto so eno na ye major concern ye kan wasem kan but untimi hu e ma me Jane Mensa bra na oda aye ano no so recently our articulate no advocating for the electoral issues are enya no na odi akọ electoral commission o kape yes boy afa kra de homo declares NDC threat to Ghana's democracy na je say kra de ni kwan say to abama yen me be di Ghana so electoral commission wo say wo ye referee a wo gina mfimfin ye ba be fiti match no ase no a wo di kan pass o be de say team we de wo mo threat to football na je say wo mo no ye ma wo mo kwan mo wo mo eje cap bia ebe ha the football
in your cancer
inti chairman bajo say
one cancer
here Bosman Asari
in what context no cancer
chairman I don't know the context na what can say
meba utieno and I will be
utieno that be no be na cancer I listen to him.
Good so in what context of the cancer
the context is that NDC a threat to Ghana's democracy.
Only in American context.
Chairman, he made that statement.
Not a quotation.
Chairman Mebao, notwithstanding any contest, be anywhere, but justify.
The context doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Really? It doesn't matter. No, it doesn't matter.
NDC.
As the electoral commissioner, you don't have to. You don't have to, not at all. Because you must be seen as an independent person with utterances fuels certain perception. Statement now making any day. It was uncalled for. He needed not to make that statement. Not
anyway. Back to limited registration.
Will be the 2S in Socrates cancer same way as a electoral commissioner. You must, be circumspect in some of the statements you make. Chairman, na ye problems in any na FM nka ye be can say at the end a general problem in electoral commission require on befa so on beyam nipa omusi commission na namu what the various registration centers no suban omuda na di e wo centers no chairman e ade a enyefe e mo democracy na wo say ye kan ho asem
ade
bra omo ye recruitment yi and a general secretary Rezi or IPAC say one more electoral commission fa one more ye dwuma die bi atise no eya na hu hia say ye publish omudin enyina ya go through the electoral process as parliamentary candidate for Swami in 2016 bra electoral commission be ye registration omo efa enkofo e training wo no they publish the names and put it there who objection bia no akọ nipa so mesi amode ne din aka ho no ebia wode no one for amanyosem bi ana wenti so that they investigate and they remove them and it happened me constituency bi o ha omutimi di din ne bebo ho obi raise issue then they take the person off sa registration electoral commission anye ye kan omo anye se ni akoba ne se bra mu gina line mu a musu se o line no adosun aiwadodo adena registration in koso slow yes machine na conform into ye be offline ne ade no na ya set up another registration center unknown to other political stakeholders for example in Ashanti region
unknown why ne ko hu ye
Ashanti region baby a isi omo headquarters wo no na Kumasi Metro constituencies ni nyina omoye registration bra omoye registration no na obi be ma information say building nachi enye registration center ye the machine si wa ye register nkofo
enti mu kon verify
and pa ye call ye machine si wa omo register nkofo it became a serious issue emma empanifo ewo yi si omo regional officers by the patch or NDC regional chairman omo frɛ omo de omo ekotena se say omo be punish nipa na omo nim kwan a ofa so a oyes adwuma etis and enya honkwa ayawa so I think east they had a similar problem osu they had a similar problem and nkofo any kwan omo need to me say omo kita electoral materials ebi gugu nkofo ka mu guarantors for me nipa ba ko be hu no 100 no tom print the system is becoming very uncomfortable for all of us. Some MPP for your concern, yet they are concerned. And Sanyama way and the lead to say Obibe can say the electoral process has been flawed or not. Time be I can say polling station Obi antimin ya boboni kenkaya enum pokra no dru ba bi na MPP for wo gidie say polling station ya kan aba boba obi awo figures no cry yetimi awiem. But the major thing I was saying my argument is a process. And chama me remfi the United States of America came out with a report. And in that report they stated say they had observed say there is some attempt to suppress voters in opposition areas in Ghana. This report was released in 2018. You can want them, but it didn't get the needed oxygen to go up into no. I say obia emfa here. Inti sa na ma kitinkiti we nyina kwa. Na efidi into sa again say let us make the process difficult for other people to register, which is not good.
But
the electoral commission
who stands to benefit?
must sit up.
Say electoral commission has been said to make the process difficult for others. Who stands to benefit?
Oh, Chairman,
and then for one on Benya win some process difficult.
Chairman General, in instances are be banning the American one NPP stands to benefit.
How?
Because most of the people Nyachin Ayawasu East he say or MPP ni police for the call police station. Baby American Ashanti region case ye call NPP agents were there. And it was not a designated registration center.
Did you draw the attention of police to it?
Oh yes.
Into police abetiomo.
Yes. Oko wa hold on, Oko wa central. Baby omu nyina nin say the police station ni be see enkofo asan line. Yes o ma delay. Aden obi abema information say police station a mu free say ye ha no. E wo ba bi foforo. Omu di mirika kwaya MPP zonal office. E dane ntokwa Emma and Kofokra Gigi Asotro, police had to come and intervene on that. And Akoba say officers now more grounds, no. I don't know if it is a national directive. Some of them using their discretion or more the machine akosi baby. Like what happened in 2012. Obekai Dr. Mahmoud Baomi asemo
money electoral commission for
registering
money machine for money easy for have you drawn the attention to it?
Oh, that is why press conference to act. I know say at the next IPAC meeting all these issues will be tabled, but chairman, the registration is ongoing. Okay, obefri say problem ni bejai na no Twansi Senior High School enye registration center yeti ya ne say ye register enkwada ho ye call yampa school enkwada ni nyina sanlai a omutro omudin. Unfortunately for the EC nipa na otro din no onye EC accredited official and the EC admitted unim how these things are going. Minim say enkofobi we kire na omo control sa system no so omo ye den. It is not good for all of us. Yawana kan wan say we MPP ni we NDC ni esi wa ya wasui na nkofo di petrol gu car no no omo hye no a nka ne beba no enya asem papa. Nti from the beginning I started I can say ye kan omo aye omadwin say omo ntie no and we yan sunsanso e de beba no it will not be in all of us our interest. Nti e best electoral commission they should set up say ye ma mi Jane Mensa say ono ntimi nwia bam ontimin declare Obi as winner. We are telling her say near all year with this process no it amounts to rigging. Inti was so share no city up na oye niema ye so that you be jai ni dinbo no no so enya asumdua ye na adwuma.
Come on Dimitio.
Well, Chairman General, the last time I go check here no oye papa wo ye beka oye boni wo ye beka we see ya adwin say as politicians no some oppositioner adia beba bia am fi say a bit ma kwatie me no then of course I'm going to go all out against it. Say adia no cry papa you preserve and now you put aside the good side no now what kotam ya wo fi say wo wadwene eye wo no na wo beka ho ase. Chairman General, the entire market asem we ni say yen as MPP in opposition will not be left out when it comes to asking EC say omonye we.
Once who ask EC no mamema Ghana Water asonti sa asemi quickly. Ghana Water Company Misuse ni ho so yenya ntie say pipe bia pai wo North Industrial Area close to Sweet Melodies FM. Ghana Water Company for mutie ya mpamcho nchunu ebugu sa se ni nsuo to ntino yesre monko hema kama to asupacho
yo na ye wo opposition ye so at least people could cite us and the references are there to say ye wo opposition ye cans we against EC NDC alco opposition almost say we against EC na Chairman General may trick Ghana for adwena ba asem so me kai on the 9th of January 2008 the then flag bearer of NDC His Excellency John Evans Atamos Namifa ne crazy a press conference I will make this infamous statement of Ghana will become like Kenya in 2008 election. Now it was a strategy na hona mbese MP before mo hwe ne ye na yen now so and make sure say you mobilizing conform mo PR register kama afamra kwan so register wonim say at least you have been able to mobilize the youth almost through 18 years and also mo register any enko for wonim mo say one man register the last time no omuntimi enko register because the NDC in opposition will always say easy and anyewe compare me say even the day of the election no man compare was easy a plan 2000 we saw them cutlasses and all that at the EC level and who say strategy B may go against EC from day one to the end of the election. However, hear me say home, Mame Jane Mensa, I didn't know ye. Nipa bia ni wa bit marker say exercise bia obey we no koji yet your mind. Under NDC leadership. Yeah, election talk. Ewa. Nobody spoke about it. No one is talking about it. Yeah, and can say challenges Emma. Challenges there. Oh yeah, then you will surely get challenges. Now you ba out next say say bibia enkoso. Na enkoya then we are not doing ourselves a great service. Yeah, higher. And to me the limited registration exercise, Chairman General. And yet because say as politicians, we complain when we are in opposition, and then of course we speak almost looking like we are in support of what is happening when we are in government. It is not that matter. Point is, Yembi say yahu. Baby, I will my example say, "Oko ya nipa baako kwa ya register on the first day." Bisa say, and then what is the search school? Now challenge is when a buy ya intima register nipa no one day on the first day. Now is it the first time yet me a problem say first day easy and your problem be a ya intima register na? And these are questions we need to ask, and the answers are that and yet the first time any such problems in it. Yet to be verified anyway, because then this is class one here now over first one here no and yet to be verified. If you verify, say that's a cosisa and then you say 3 weeks old exercise and echo. Yet you capture obi ohana number here easy etima capture, and have we been able to capture people? Almost of course some register now. Yes, of course, challenges in the debate maker. We are there no matter what, only 100%. You need to raise those matters up. Now, you see, who beside Broja Assembly say, ye need forums are creating as stakeholders, you bit my raising issues with the Electoral Commission. Or no one say about IPAC. And I'm aware that they have a representation on IPAC. Omuko IPAC issues like that, modalities are also mufa. No matter what say, yeah, is laid to bear to them. Even though Enyamra so easy have taken it, transparency sake, adopt it, and from time past from Afarijan to now they have worked with it. What we drew on would be some questions ye a drew baby I would call on what kind of different. Trying to paint the EC black, trying to make the EC appear say Omunyo. Now I would say Mami we she should remain resolute. Only strong. Those challenges will surely come. They will always talk about it. They will raise those issues. That's who will support her. So I will honor now. Onfa emra kwan so enye nejuma. Say there you didn't call court or car said there be registration exercise. Me ye me train. Kopim say court no be ma me kwan and na court no be can otherwise. And pampa mo the issues no court down court through mo surrogate no. Court ka say there be onko so no enye nejuma. Editor baby, and that has worked. That is why this almost postponed into 17th June. And then you go so must say, hey, another challenges. I don't really see what we want. And I say, oh, serious evidence. Wakasa also kumasi muko who be no register. Na muko character police for. And the chairman general say, yeah, arrest you mwana. More reported a call saying, what did chi? As a good citizen of this country, tell us where we are. You don't just come sit on Chairman General's platform, big one, make allegations, get up and go away. And yet, catch say, when they say 200 so evidence approve say, Nipano, no, dear, no, yes, or dear, and some money, and someone no dealing so, or name brown so, say. These are matters I also raise. Now, they call Electoral Commission, and the Electoral Commission said district level, no, mayor offices or honor, I bear registration. Now, we select certain electoral areas within constituencies at Maye. Yemi say ya home monitor na mo ye no baby a mo call easy ka say mo kwa registration o mo ye no ho ana so mo nye no ho. It happens. Me I came from Nantong 3 days ago. You started from Nantong area no zone Nantong electoral area side no you started here for number of this and no move ko so area and no because so ko so ko register no you see ya removing machine no akozo say and I say that is the mortality so mo that ho. And no more. Let the old baby, I was oh, I didn't crank or so in Anton electoral area. Now I go say a few more. So one year or see easy a baby and you say me support easy because I am also a stakeholder in it. And I say I'm going so I Mwame. A year so I boy election a process and your event. Now Electoral Commission no say you know who say national exercise. Now yet me act me raise constructive critiques I was say a raise. Now omo hwe mu no mo ntimi encorrect na yetimi support omo so mo adwuma na e fa ne say oh me na mo position ntimi men kan e meka bia to make her look bad. At the end of the day you are not doing yourself a great service. Waka go say oh omo say e cry ye be destroy democracy e wo ye fa ne say Ghana na e bisa wa context me no kan ya o si o context bia ni ho. I mean when we do this we are not doing ourselves a good service. The meme there broja any NDC mesrem. No one is saying say mamon criticizes system. Obia nka se mamu nhwemu enka se we ekoso ana we enkoso. Nanso ne kwena ewo mu no e wo se yedi anupie. Na ye nyina nso ka hu se ye san of forums a ye betuma akwa kasa asem we. Ama electoral commission atino afa no se we ampa at IPAC ya kan entime ko ye nyina adopt ye ko movie e dia ye djuma na ye nko IPAC enko kan we ye pa bontia na ye ko kan something different. Aha chairman general me say we on our part as a political party. Ye who say easy e referee. Oye mistake MPP ye beka ho asem. Oye ne enya ye beka ho asem. Ye observe so say normal enko ye nyina so be ba beka ho asem. For now on the limited registration exercise challenges mean to me can say ebini ho. Yes, we've had challenges. There is easy weapon on them. They have to. Now, the challenges are what do we think say is so detrimental to the process? And there be we are not on that position. Yebeka say ubi biara wherever you are, ye mobilize ye bomo koko ye sremo obi a wonim so wodi 18 years wonim no momra out peacefully. Famra not coin so and conquer register. Now at the end of the day, no, ye who say that let my vote count process now, yeah, trumpeter no will work and will move for us. Now maybe him say registration SICD. For now, I have not seen anything serious. It makes it look so bad as it were.
Matthew,
Chamajana medicine. One thing I was say you who as political parties is a special exercise. We any general registration a unko bia be hunu sa we any nyina nim say a special exercise are easy conducted as and when the time demands for it and calls for it. Na ye capture omo amodi 18 years mpese obi ehun sa na ye san capture omo say be nti omo ntimi an register. It means of course number no enko the way a nyina nka ehwen say general no nti may create impression out there say EC is supposed to open all centers and to conduct a general registration exercise. And yes, I need it. It is something in a way so different from what we have been doing. I have no doubt, and I'm not surprised. Say court no eka say EC cause no ko yejuma despite protests are obimu raising here. So clearly, it is on course. And it's fine for now. On our part, you need problem here. We have to urge people to go and register.
Let me read a few messages and I'll go to Kwesi. The Electoral Commission has made provision for those who live in remote areas. Now people don't travel to districts to register, as Broja was saying. The EC has opened centers in their electoral areas for them. Kwame, is a bigger chamber prime on our scale of preference as a country? Why do we prioritize things of this nature when much important things with the taxpayers' money can be done? It's a small chamber, but I always see empty seats every time I watch them on television. Why the expansion? Let's use our little resources judiciously. Jomo Pokwase Festus. I don't think the question you should ask is who tends to benefit. The arguments raised by the NDC rep is very substantial. Let's exercise caution because little drops of water make a mighty ocean. Ernesto BBNE. It is a fact that the limited registration has encountered some glitches from the onset, but same cannot be said by this time. I'm disappointed in the glaring untruth being peddled by Broja just to taint the work of the EC. Politics. Kwesi Reynolds, Agona Odobing. Kwame, if space is really the problem, I suggest Parliament should consider adopting a double track system.
Fantastic. Fantastic.
And that's from Opon Checheku in Asokwa. Now, Sir Obama in Pokwasi says the signs were clearly written on the wall from day one. The NDC were going to fight Jean Mensa's-led EC. It's therefore not surprising they've justified this position by taking the EC to the cleanest. I will not hold brief for the EC, but let them not create the impression that previous exercises and the previous EC bosses was sacrosanct. Sir Obama in Pokwase. Yeah, put him on. Musa Abatwa says this limited registration is one of the shambolic ever in the history of Ghana. Go and see how Ghanaians are suffering to have their names on the register. Parliament should be concerned about this. Musa Abatwa. You also talk about electric shock and journalists. Well, we're still trying to confirm those stories. Let's leave it where it is for now. So, Mr. Broja Jemfi, someone was registering people in an unauthorized location. You reported the case to the Electoral Commission, but why not the police? By the way, I'm in your shoes because no opposition party would appreciate the Electoral Commission. Inti Maminko Kumase, Ora Benjamin Bano Bill, a Ashanti Regional Director of the Electoral Commission. Opinion mo achano pay. Pacho boko there.
On 5.3 media chair.
Yo, your best sense of a man is a crabia my yen ya broja jemfi at the ensemble at Tuja. Na I'm saying Chichi Muba boy and Kakra. Then I'm beating me a chain.
The Pacho ensemble or the Tuja.
Broja, the Pacho accusation. What allegation?
Director, Chawan, okay. The point is, I think on the 6th or on the 7th day of the registration at the Regional Electoral Commission office, Omoye Metro registration, no? NDC, you say there's a new setup behind the building of the registration center. Emma, Eko confronted and some of your regional officers came down. Emma Mofre, your regional chairman, and a first vice chairman, into a meeting to discuss, and you told them, say, you are going to discipline those officers. That's the allegation.
But bro, just say yes, as him like ours.
But then I'm a chairman.
Anyway, Mr. Bio.
Oh, yeah.
Chairman,
brother.
Then I'm a kind.
Okay, so go for police in your day now.
Oh, make police asema make Ayawaso East asem. Ayachi omuko adabraka.
But also Kumase building
while the registration was going on, authorized registration center, there was another registration going on behind the building. NDC here confronted
now who said money
no, it was not authorized. And the Electoral Commission admitted and the Electoral Commission admitted they called our regional officers into a meeting, said they don't know why that officer was doing that and they were going to discipline him. That is what I am saying. So let him respond.
Mr. Bio, let's the Asama Broja Jemfidi Tuja.
Mepa Chopi, Asama de Tuja no Kreba Kukrenim.
No Krenim.
Maminchiro, the TN say, Ashanti region, there were 38 operational district offices. Saturday na all canon, na me monitoring me, but na me deputies, they no more. Na your office nechi ho na or say obi your registration no. The whole crowd and a registration equipment no any handheld device no be media kujina baby aka say what you true din. The whole ya fancy the whole place. And a children fu and now my register within the premises are ye register. Me pa idea me deputies never kind say. Mo say omo nye say ye ne be pre omo ne ba omo wo say ye officer ba kon e register obi a enro no so. Enti omo ba omo no mu na siko e ho. No mo ko du ho no mo no. Na ye wo that premises no ye 2 buildings and a Bakun was 6 districts in that area. Each building houses 3 districts. Now, your main entrance, there the indication about baby as a man chef for the Hana machines war, as a Hana machine war in that order. Now, your side entrance, I peacefully done in Chim within the premises. Said the Bayer conjunction imminent. So you exit through the side. The Tomoko and Omchozo, you pay 3 Hobano, Omo Yoma, ya register or we you outside in front of the office, and so now it will form no room. Inside the one rooms now one a honum na machines you see. Into see almost ya who do more who we are a data entry clerk and only laminates and we are no far side entrance no piano and no cranny within the same premises and yet behind the wall and Ipanofa. Into BBS and will be a room will be choice will be a will be bonnet. So be a bonia and Kiabasaki in Pacron. And two, they also explain say papa be free obi ana enu so no ye wo obi a enipa mienu almost serve as relieving officers e wo district bia na nipa ba ku no trotro din no na obra na say one of these two people no ba ku aba be si wanan e no so ko pa duani edi inti nipa no misi nanan na nipa no so no o table so no so the next applicant should come to his table. Nipa no by no so now they had issues with it. Nipa na me transfer table na ankasa. Yes so. The same thing. Papa no sorry for table no so also to tables into urban tables so there's nothing wrong with it. This issue has been explained to them. We are in Wasi. I know we are setting up a registration center here unauthorized. All the centers, all the political parties have been giving copies of their locations. To the sense that the number of BB as VMS kits are used in Ashanti region. It's your BBNC will be the other Canadian sir.
Mr. Bio, Enti Mushia and this in for and I'm catching almost say a branch and I say Nipako Sadiano. An authorized onihu to me into mobile sanction. Sana Mukai.
Ubia ni ubia nyesa discussion no.
Broja Pache say Mushia Monomokacha mo say
Maminchi Mukakra.
Metie.
According to me deputies now mo no. Omo ebedu ho no. Na again the place was so noisy. We can no say oh. The mo can yenti hwemo yanko office no bia amfani issue mra already ye hunu situation in the city. And no more office, no more kind. Tia church room sentisa. A chidewona or see will be frono. It is a freshly painted fence wall. Your coffee winina will be a nine mobo. And I ain't me for machine soon could see Sabia one puno. See a quack register will be. Nipana Abano will be a new party colors. And Jedru Sua. No, but apart from the vulnerable people preferential treatment, will be a delight so. It's a selective what you might any machine being could see baby as a register a particular group of people said the officer channel.
How about the issue of Twansi? Is that the school? Twansi Senior High School. Broja's allegation was that when the machine so I could see one I'm register for.
Now the person who was there is not an authorized.
And that Nipana or Hononia authorized electoral commission staff. Chairman.
Wasi secondary school. Yes, and you home for all the secondary school because they are more they are in schools in session as at the time I hear children. Yet the students are vulnerable persons, say baby is a pregnant woman, nursing women, the elderly, our brothers and sisters with albino and all those people. Into buy a mawinina lemu enche. And it's a school for no bar to answer they deploy one kit to attend to them at the center. Your kit, that's a train a juma or sad district. It is said the Bayama school for no sunlight, enche, nay affective or more academic working. Domo bar, my direct me officers say just assign one kit to them. We are no more. After that, now Masaba the Abergranny registering the general populace.
Opache say onipa kwa
kusi be bi ni mfa machine bi anku school wo say obi school for no emra metro mo jin school no.
Openya ni dem Opache say nipa na o man equipment no onye electoral commission staff or an authorized person. Sa na oka no.
Oh, minia. Obesity we say on your electoral commission staff. We are engaging temporary staff for this exercise. So how no man your permanent staff, your district officer, your secretary, your driver, and your watchman. All the people who are actively involved in the registration, if we the registration supervisor, echo the registration officer, or registration officers, data entry clerks, any laminators, any the two relieving officers for the each district, no mean temporary staff. Intimudia and our children.
Electoral Commission. Open, Medas and Open. Benjamin. Mpacho iti.
Ma ono muntia say bibini no muntia sia. They should come for clarification. Then say or move up from one station to another station. Yes, and now you are misinforming the public. Now you are Ashanti agency be human so professionally. It should be Emma home. It was very.
Yes, so yeah, say Ora Benjamin Bano Bio Oye Ashanti Regional Director of the Electoral Commission. I hope say your issues will have been addressed.
Chairman, just 30 seconds. Chairman, we're dreaming on the paper. We're dreaming. First one, need two or say onuna oniho, but need two deputy directors. Mami Dina and one obeying. Omun any NDC officials I don't think
so. From
dede
from
say dede si baby.
Should we call them?
I'm just giving you further information. Say
should we call them?
Say Chairman, important you, Chairman, Mr.
Kwesi he's made his point, so I'm asking him. Chairman, say any director now, or say any director in the wo or see obeying and Madam Dina.
Chairman, me mouth further information.
Yes, from
Chairman, the Okan no. The Okan no. Say dede si baby. It will not take two deputy regional directors of the EC to call NDC chairman, NDC vice chairman. Into person say chairman na oye dede. And our friend is Onyabutre.
One can say Osina dede wo ho. On can say specifically ni pe bi ye.
Into chairman do de Nyabutre. Into what happened they say. Almost say they admitted say nipa na ye no was unauthorized. Ya man kwan say onye.
They admitted on council.
No, there are two deputies that met with our regional chairman at their office.
Into here from.
Oh, you can cross check from there. Be an only money come. Chairman, they toss me.
Tie mpacho Mr. Wo. Kwesi si me ebia mama ankasa into na me come to listen to you finish.
Chairman,
ne already bi o kan say or say money in the officers be share. And this is the report he's brought.
And what I'm saying is that Entosumu say regional election director Beba Beka chair say not the day or hunting or fair NDC regional chairman and a vice. There was a problem. That is why Uji Tumu say they should come and sit down to resolve that issue. And when they sat, they admitted that they are not a branch only one coin say oh yeah.
But you be the same questions you see. I'll say yes how.
That's why I'm telling you, sir. He's not telling the truth. They are tossing me a chairman. Say a year registration exercise.
So how do we find out the truth then?
Okay, chairman, you can call the NDC regional chairman. You can call the deputy directors.
With the NDC regional
you can call his deputies. As a man can so mutia. Say Mami Dina Bejia to say ne dede ne o hunting of NDC regional chairman say yenkoshia. It was because they are not branch here no one want to me say oh yeah. Chairman, they are tossing me. Say a year registration. Emrani chere say baby a year registration center biano. I will see a gazette you publish it. Now all stakeholders who say have a year registration. It is not by the discretion of the regional director. So I can say on my instruction to the officers say secondary schools no money registration when the NDC is not aware. Ya one say ya the machine akosi to secondary school. And you call to verify. And when we went there, it was true. Inquiry Salaya Omoya registration, which was unknown. It was they didn't tell anybody. So many and these MPs one
or say Omodiko schools. To answer some they call it because schools need be wa Esan say Omoya specialized moment. Into twice bia. That's why
I'm saying that when you work like that, it is improper.
NDC.
Every registration center must be known to all stakeholders. It is say them hey.
Made that point.
Oh, Nyabutre. Say them hey. Na registration center wo mo actually hey. Nkofo abesan line wo hoso mo be registration. Yete ya ne say a dan bi nso ha ye de niam agu ma ye registration ampa ye ko ye no kre Near Bissau as regional director, I will say, what my instructions say, young secondary schools.
Oh, no.
Can you use your discretion and be allocating registration centers? You cannot do that. It is wrong. They must admit it and do proper correction. And nothing from the beginning of the registration. Now you make argument say, baby, modi center biano, publish it. Semube rotation. Let us know where you are rotating. And yes, sir, more easy for no. And Kwane Amanyuko Baku Pebi. Because when we went there, the NPP agent was there. How did they get to know that you were moving a registration center to that place? Yeah, class M1. Let us admit and correct it. Ma ye me class M no and yano wada say not the day or hunting on my friend NDC regional chairman or NDC regional chairman or you'll be or dede. NDC Ashanti regional chairman or you'll be or dede.
And Pacho, brother.
The way he spoke, no, chairman. The way he spoke, no, is not the best. Asem Nesi, a big problem. That is why it took the intervention of your 2 deputy directors. You were not there. And even at a point, they were suggesting, say, okay, once nipa ne the registration center na call na or register no, and this young agent and we said no. Once you have admitted that the person was not authorized, close that center, and they closed it. They didn't allow the person to do it. It is over now because they been an offer. An experienced person like Alaji Sani said, no, they didn't to talk to them. He should apologize to the NDC regional executives. We won't take that from him.
Let me read a few messages. Papaya Benson in Seshiri also says, so when will politicians in this country know that the elections are won on the basis of good governance and not the activities of the Electoral Commission? Broja Jemfi will not come to this position if, for example, he was in power. Every party in opposition has an issue with the EC. That position changes the moment they assume office. And then this one says,
hello you.
Oh, Roger, but you're in a live radio studio.
Chairman, sorry.
Did you realize that?
Sorry.
Into Alaji Sani after
aye.
Into more compare notes. Please let us all know that the NDC. What's it? Let the NDC know has always and consistently worked to their dictum that if somebody tells a lie and keeps on repeating the lie over and over again, the general public will come to accept it as truth. And also that the bigger the lie, the better the effect. And that is what Broja Jemfi and its NDC people are doing. Nane Sieduwa for the second Sankubasi Tiwa district. And then if you want to know who's speaking the truth, get a lie detector test. Not saying Kumasi. I say I hear you. And then okay, let's see. Yeah, question meet you. Question say.
Is there? Oh, Master Kwame.
Yes, question Pratt.
Ochopi Edika. Sisi Yemia Broja Edi video na chewa.
Video bear.
Secondary school hall school for na salon register. The chair is here. I mean you crab.
And the papa say papa ka say no crab.
Okay. Enti asemia enyese BBC. Na ushasa video no the chair is here na. Na who obia on school uniform. That's very strange. Because he has shut down the police station for schools. And this we catch him saying, "Let me have a school there." They said that you want a special police station. Who video be there?
But when your polling station is it?
Registration center, limited registration center. That's what I mean. You understand? Enti hono emina kakra. Na sisi ayebia brother Jemfi Kanasa. Regional Director of Elections is saying no correct. Brother Susi Chinchina no correct. Menewo yentumi hu ni oka no correct in this studio. Yentumi. Na MC Brother ka say NDC regional chairman Nkofo bi no mo hobi. Omo committee ni maybe e frɛ won a kebia ka ibe hu no correct. But I don't know chairman general woduma nyamina make sure say na be woduma. Nti meja no ho. Nukura mu ni se ana Kwame edem hayara aha meti ha Samuel Aipe atifa kwa Broja Jemfi edem hayara ubeka ya Yebesha Diasi. And a member of parliament, MPP member of parliament. Somewhere you pay. Sada Nasmoka and say, acquire electoral commission, a DA fashion on this registration exercise. A dear Sam Beba. Near this new MPP member of parliament. Or no, any did you draft first to say. So be a registration exercise. That's what confirm Kokrokoo buses and move on from registration center to registration center. A month for bed green said, BB cost one and led into Kwaba. We can't find them. Chairman, you shows a Wuzu Kaipa.
But sir, is senior Sabi and I'm on my.
What's this?
I'm
passing over.
Master,
The political
no, Asama Kwesikano is what I pay raised earlier.
And yet, no, he
yes,
among many things.
Said distance to cry a problem.
There should be proper consultations before the registration exercise.
That's true.
Oh, no, Michelle. Now, Bass is a watch up and won't tell you to come in Baho.
I don't know how Bass, you know.
Oh, Massa. Now, Bass is on no one here.
Say when a Bass.
Who's I want to Bass is some.
Say that.
A brand new constituency view of her. Distance no what didn't EC offer buses? Didn't they offer buses?
But it was thrown out, wasn't it?
No, it was thrown out.
Who threw it out?
I said, say someone yes buses.
Who threw it out?
I can't see for now. Anna.
It's 1 more year promise of no buses. And woman can't change someone thrown out.
Oh, because everybody knows.
What's it?
Some Brother sir, there is no bus issue in you.
Initially, no.
Oh, Master Pacho, if you want to clarify something, may you come clarify.
Initially, ECK saying district offices Honombabe and a political parties, no. Specifically NDC. About like I say, yeah, deliberately say register because distancing. And now. Is one of the officials?
Bossman, don't say one of the officials.
That's what official.
Do say, omit me cry. I share other interventions of which my including buses. Then of course, then you know negotiation. But they mentioned it. However, question na chairman beside was say Kofi. Has there been EC busing people to go register? No.
That's not someone we can now.
That clarity.
Pacho. Easy the back chair and say distance is not a problem there. On with the buses, Beba. Me yasha say me ko baby o. Me fi musuku na me ko kukumimbre na me ko belenke. Nti me ko go fi on na me chere. Nti me nia easy aka no na me ye do. Yasha dia say easy ban beka say buses no mo promise e no mo mfa nko e. O ma beka sa chero. Me minti ye what? Minti ye. Eti ne mu kika de filifa. Ala braka. Mazam pacho ye. Adie shasi. NDC ni MPP na o no ko benkro. Se hihye ni bi o wa ye ya nhwe ni ya ebe ha ye. Me kai pa there were several MPP MPs o mo ka say, "Hey, adie we nhwe ya kai be bo no." Because it's in our interest to ensure say those who qualify to register will be register. Now, if you don't crack, I said, now budget parliament, you know, it was not limited to district capitals 216, and it was far more than that. It's a more better says scanner. I didn't have any more reducing it to 216. Both sides, both sides raised concerns. In the Kobani said, all of a sudden, you know, I didn't have NDC versus MPP when initially we were all speaking the same language. Mintiasie, here, about for limited registration, full registration, ballot, they need trust. Trust is the key word. See, lose trust now. Master, we would do my year class at the end as a trust in you who trap as embassy and quay. How is trust abuse? And telephone someone muka. And woman the mattress abused. Electoral Commission biare wo wiase ha. Enye Ghana nko. Masa Russia, Afghanistan bebiara. Se commissioner bia ko na baby ko bia na no ko kase one particular party a danger to democracy. What do you think will happen? How can you build trust on that basis? Masa mumi yanka grow. Omani ni yachichiri. Ebi ochina NDC begu. Ebi ochina bi dachi bi MPP begu and so on. Omani Ghana lewo ho. Omani Ghana nusu wo ho ansa na amani okwo yi na eba. Nsa somebody say yeka. Yempa pegu ni yanka no kresa na ebe ya. Omani betumpo. He found a commissioner could never be able to describe one particular party. So a threat to democracy.
Back to the question I asked, yes. Boja, in what context did you describe it? I didn't buy no council.
Master, is there any context to justify this?
Maybe so.
Come in, Pacho, Miss Mibisa, I'm the chairman general. Miss Mibisa. Is there any context that justifies this?
At this sarcasm and the buy.
Pacho, send me a TBR. An electoral commission is stopped, is not allowed to make such a statement.
He has no right to response.
To say that one particular party is a threat to democracy, if he believes that, how can it be fair? If he believes, so one particular party is a threat to democracy, how can it be fair? No matter the context, no matter the circumstances. Oh, so then we can only do to meet share what you understand. But what I'm saying is that it poisons the atmosphere. Ana masa etosumi TV pa o minimum Israel TV pa etosumi iPad ne e buy no amba for nothing no no process o ko hwe o man mbra pon your constitution o ko hwe mu a say this no the independent of political of government and so on. That is what the constitution. Now the Senate here the other dey iPad. They call it iPad because of the mistrust and so on. It came out of the 1992 elections. iPad was to cure that and so on. All them tell you. And even though EC is independent, why? It doesn't mean what the political party says. EC can just brush it aside just like that. And even the independence of the Electoral Commission, and yet, your friend is saying, why? Electoral Commission, Ocha, Ghana man for the people in whom sovereignty resides can decide the elections to cry it should not be conducted by Electoral Commission. If the people of Ghana so wish, the constitution can be amended. You don't know that the constitution can be amended? It's the will of the people which is the most important thing.
If the process is
Master, opening Ghana Hayati, Oman Penin President Mua, His Excellency, can be impeached.
No one said you can.
And I mean what? And see, all state institutions, the state itself, is enjoined to function in the interest of the people and to respect the will of the people and so on. That's a cap on the independence of any institution. That's a cap on the independence of any institution. And so the Jana Mbaya are independent processes. Nasa, near Yakumun and Wire. Master, did any idea by Neddy baby crow home to gross, Niboa. The Papa Muno. The Papa Muno. Here, 2020, a buyer Yakoti, a song. The only one I bet you they are comparing Kakra 1992 elections. There are certain indicators a been see that in our electoral process. This is Okofa 1992 process. All of them.
Which are?
One, for the first time, we're going to go into an election. All the commissioners should be appointed by the sitting government. That is like 1992. Yes, sir.
Now, say 92 and 96. Our sitting government appointed 92 and 2000. Same.
Making reference to 1992. Because 1992, the situation was so poisoned, say. After the presidential elections, the opposition boycotted parliamentary elections. And the parliament for a 4-year period was dominated by one party and its allies.
So it was as a result of appointment on boycott.
Was it?
Was it as a result?
It was one of the reasons. One of the reasons they said we couldn't trust the electoral commission. So and that the electoral commission
so we are anticipating that, isn't it?
Anticipation, maybe
second.
No, the electoral commission was holding. Patrick Commission was making a point.
It was beholden to the government at the time. That was one of the reasons. Okay. You understand? And in the electoral commission, it's very important that we build new confidence, a certain level of confidence. Why? The Electoral Commission can conduct the elections free and fair if some things are done. Why? Charlotte said, Muhammad administration appointed. Didn't NPP win the election? And so it can be done. But you need to do that on the basis of trust and public confidence. That is why electoral officials are not allowed to be making the kinds of statements that they are making. Even
if they are provoked?
What was it?
Even if they are provoked. No, maybe besides, we're having a discussion.
Emotional intelligence to hold that office.
Say, opese, ukofobi, bamfi, so meye garden and mawa. The qualification is substantially different from getting somebody to act as an electoral commission. You would look at the emotional intelligence of the person you are going to appoint as an electoral commissioner. You may not necessarily want the same emotional intelligence for your guardian boy. You understand? It is electoral commissioner also. You electoral commission. You're supposed to be so mature.
That's not the case.
That's not the case. How is the case?
How is the
case?
Mr. Bossman,
I'm just generalizing the discussion.
The levels of tolerance of an electoral commissioner is substantially different from the levels of tolerance of Obiti Semi. You understand? So there has to be a certain depth. You have to be conscious of your impartial role.
Well, Chairman General, the last time I met Mr. Bossman on this matter of threat to democracy near SMCB, the first commenter, a threat to democracy, was pointed at them. Accusation, he said, electoral commissioner was a Siano, a threat to democracy by the NDC. Kind of no responding. No say, yeah, got to them. Yeah, she said, when there was a yediso. Emrana and now she shana Obiama out to make us say, yes, I in Ejuma. No more about out into the media. I can say, yeah, church democracy. And yeah, and she shana yediswa, yenina peneswa, yetina domone, one you saw,
President people see a threat to democracy.
I asked you a specific question you refused to answer. Let me listen to you.
So,
I've answered all your questions.
Context is what he's talking about. Context now also wants no answer.
But in that same,
allow him to finish.
May I say, yeah, MPP didn't make a comment say AC was a threat to democracy. So don't compare equate MPP to NDC. You made a comment. Say ECI, your current crop of ECI, a threat to democracy.
Then
in responding, and also there be me as a commissioner, me what demo hobby. When you say yeah, baby. I feel the one by one thing ever cancel for fraud. Then and you call us again, say with names, say a threat to democracy, and a more threat to democracy because what we all agreed on, you are departing from it. This is the context.
Let me read the context here from Kokrokoo JC Pachomeba. I say journalist Johnson Kitia described and the NDC described the electoral commissioners as a threat to our democracy. In response, Dr. Bossman Asai said, if the NDC continue this way, then they rather are a threat to our democracy.
Okay.
Now, Mike.
Change anything. No.
So, does the NDC Broja Jemfi
Chairman
Kokrokoo JC, thank you very much for that context.
The NDC is not a neutral arbiter.
Who says the neutral arbiter should be vilified?
Chairman,
the neutral arbiter should demonstrate neutrality.
Chairman,
who says we should just vilify the neutral arbiter when he's not supposed to?
NDC is not under any obligation to demonstrate neutrality.
Chairman General. I'm saying, near Eba and say, Electoral Commission. Any political parties are calling meeting. Communicate what's about bunting. Electoral Commission they are shame.
I feel that you are now giving it.
No, yes, but you see, that is why you cannot say. Now, okay, hold on. But Chairman.
Maybe some context.
But Chairman, no cry. The Electoral Commission. Chairman.
President how?
Mame landi wo we so. Wadaruma. Chairman we there 30 seconds. Chairman no kra. I was say electoral commission omo hwe omo niam yi.
Me da say.
That is the reason why Ntiaye ka say they are becoming a threat to the democracy. Because Chairman, so what registration? Why registration? Chairman, wait a minute, see wait there. No, just 2 seconds. Why registration? Nipa throw the 48. 2. Why we are now be migrating now down 164? Is it not a threat to democracy?
Question say me how?
And two Saudi allegation will make any
and I'm who chronicle. Na omo editorial bi na maybe one ya dream papa
editorial be
someone ya kan dem ha ka so nkosi masa ene wonu ni aba
yeah
baby eni ho obefa wu hia siren land cruiser siren wo
yeah I've always
and obey me feed musuku
myself I've spoken at but then there's a directive from government against it.
But this is happening. This is still happening.
Don't go there.
Huh?
Don't go there.
There's a directive.
Oh, Kamal. Stop. Mr. Yaosafu Mafu sat in my studio in this chair. And I'm here personal appeal, man. So, if I are a senior minister, President Aka, IGP Aka, Ghana Faka, can we stop this nonsense of sirens?
It's too much.
He promised somebody. Nothing has happened.
So nothing has really bad.
Nothing has happened. Opposite direction. Opposite direction.
Peace FM. I think it's wrong.
Atomic roundabout. Says Sophie atomic now be
very wrong.
I am one way.
Yes, one way.
The other side near one way. Me buako dimanimu direct
me.
Yes sir.
Only me ebufu aside ho. Sunday area. Traffic Sunday area. Sunday area. Anaju be 1. Anaju be 11.
I honestly think it's
now they are even drawing attention to themselves. I know you ebufu. Only me ebufu. O say say no apotroni bi o. I don't can name time. Who's that sound you? But Sunday area, East Legon Sunday area. Canada last year.
But Chairman General,
and area be 3 o'clock.
Chairman General.
Regulation
on sale of such devices.
Any devices.
And now, devices. What me call?
I'm 500 seats.
One tear me. Kwame. Anopa. Me kwaduma. On Fiesta Royal traffic light. Police outrider moto. When your device has some maker. Why do you not deny the pimping will car running in me country me conquer her car a police outrider next year. School my friend Muko Suku.
Question
driver.
Question.
School my friend Muko school. And who only pam. A day. Nobody been one here in Ghana. Yeah, Bressa.
It didn't start today. It has always been part of us.
No, but it's getting worse.
I'm saying that.
No, but you see, Manika Bibincho. The reason why they be America said you enjoy the politicizing of issues.
Yes.
Oh, well, who can say it didn't start today? People just feel that you've touched him. Look, SC and in fact, the nonsense began from about President Mahama Breswabi seen.
Yes.
Now it is worse. You know one of the reasons East Africa said it is worse? As of war, businessmen, regular everyday people, boys. Yes.
Because
your tongue, Adiano, divide your tongue. Oh, quite no man fix your man.
No, they're fixing.
Near the lights, Nash. Appointees are sebi.
Because some regulated sale, no?
Yes. No. What is regulated sale?
No. Why?
The law says, "Embranese day."
When you win the base.
When you use, who police outrider and at this part.
But Chama, can say,
but it's okay. The money
it's being abused. Police outriders is being abused.
But you see, if we zero it down to police outriders, we can control it.
Okay.
But they say control be no. Yeah. But opinion be me money din because my reporting ama na adwuma mu for. School bi e Ghana ha ye school edimo. Kwasiada a kwakosra se wo ba wo. Se wo no fast you, se wo nana wo. Na police we. Sunday. Me come papa on that chef for me.
Hey, I don't know who you.
Me come papa on chef for me. Me assure say asema me king. Parents and asa wo for I was at school ho. And name of friend so be a team ya onimini America. Kwesiada Sunday afternoon. Police escort. Ring into the school compound.
Now then one who post
and out.
One yes, I bet then one who post.
Police escort Sunday afternoon. Oh, Ghana.
At the first time you do, I didn't any late and use sirens.
But chairman, yeah, more police response to Abaso. One said, I think last week. Almost a chain control on that. Chairman, all kind be.
Oh, me can be.
I think there was one appointee. Boss, deputy CEO.
Yachino.
So the police should help it.
Oh, on side. You see? No, I'm only telling some examples. Name.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm not saying that.
Yeah, Kevin was also neutralizing.
Police had called to talk about Carl Wilson. Okay, on sirens.
Obisu di aba. Also me pa member Michelle Camp kwan so. Pa says use the Michelle Camp road. And come and see the nonsense you're talking about. Pa, truth be told, nonsense.
Oh, so he's talking about the nonsense you are talking about, but not asking the nonsense you are talking about.
Not in the nonsense you are talking about.
Not in the nonsense you are talking about.
I've always been against it. From day one, my cousin. I've never been. And I bet you be no serious issues, but president, but vice president, but nobody.
And yeah, no, I made you. Say, and now kidnapping a bay. So be what black windows, no, you see Land Cruiser. No, I toss idea now. I kidnap you, bash him now. Or be trapped. Police for
business.
No, I tell him no.
Absolutely.
So me didn't try border. See, not to me Land Cruiser black with the ring, Now me do it. And as a police woman, pussy. Now me chum. Now me call. By the time who say me ni pabonini, not me di bonini.
Of course, no we.
I think it's
Interior Minister or someone here.
Who is qualified to use the siren?
Kwesi, it is so simple. President.
Yes, sir.
Ne vice president.
Yes, sir.
Abo.
That's all.
Omama Kenya and a security and emergency.
Who's the Speaker of Parliament?
He has no business.
Wow.
The Speaker of Parliament has no business. Useless siren. No, but the truth is that no they don't have no business using sirens. No business. No business. You better they have no business. You go to the police. Now police are yamau. Speaker police pay no ba.
With blue lights, blue and red.
They have no business.
I think we need to.
No, they have no business. Kwesi, apart from president, vice, security and emergency services.
Yeah.
Nobody uses a siren.
That's what it is.
Nobody. Kwesi, where to cry? Show me any country in the world.
What is
where look now British Prime Minister called siren.
British Prime Minister won't use siren.
British Prime Minister calling siren.
British Prime Minister
Kwesi
Kwesi no siren. No police
siren beba. Let us call a emergency. And now the police is doing him.
Yeah.
But Sunday I fix it. Nobody does that.
Nobody. Honestly, they should just look at this.
Except for my country, Ghana. And I had to tune here.
I'm for customs nearby.
Now, customs commissioner, no, so they say a big boo anymore.
Sir.
Oh. na ada ura bi se mikosia ho ade kaka omu nyina de abobo ho omu nyina private cars no mi ya de abobo ho ani atiti o ne yehwe
director of prisons
Debbie, director of prisons esan say oye security person.
Yes, sir.
It is likely say PS1 which is official car ebi obenya sign. I mean those are allowed.
But it must be used
for the purpose.
For the purpose. Kwasi ote only aviation social center.
Yeah.
Between aviation social center and airport shell. Open about 5:30 akujina.
Hey, airport there chama jai.
Ufri hwa. Airport junction. Now they be jina kwan na free 37 e be sen kon. Ufri hwa ko Fiesta Royale.
I think it's not.
Sa kwan no so. Sa game pa kwan na ba no. Uri Rise Lagos Avenue na ko here dey. And like what's going on here?
No, it's west now.
Yeah, what's
going on here? Oh. Question. Edu baby no ho. For shaggy.
Obi be shia.
Me me nika be block.
Hey, Chairman, kwan here.
Debbie, for you see, so sometimes nipa nankasa we don't do certain things. Nobody will listen. Yeah. For shaggy, me nika be boom. And then I want to ask you, say, who you wine? Oh, queen. Sunday area ya about my town and say we East Legon. I will do my chibe forecast. I will start ring. I'll be trembling. Okay. Where were you going?
Traffic in
okay. I asked him. It is say we cannot tell Kronfo and Anipa Bonini from near Unauthorized.
Oh, yeah, big man.
And then you ministers, deputy ministers, MPs, DCE, why, businessmen, ordinary regular people. You don't know who is in it anymore.
Tell the big men and women not dos.
Big
men and women not dos.
Sorry. Oh, man.
Oh.
I gotta go, man. Bye for it. I'm going to my way. No,
Chairman, you better anymore. Come here and pray demonstration on 12th July. 9th July, sorry.
What's July,
Tuesday. Come on, all distract me.
Broja Jeffy Kamal Dean Abdullahi Kwesi Pratt. And the crack say you could pay a siren common. And as a president, Kwesi and your citizens, not spectators. It's about time, man. The next news broadcast is at 12. Make way for Kofi Kumbelson is next on your radio. As always, I'm grateful. May that say. One from Radio Nantu Hanka will be NTA. God bless. Good morning.